Guys, welcome to the channel. Today's video is the Seiko Baby Tuna. This is reference SRP 641. I recently took this one in a trade, and I just wanted to check out the Baby Tuna. I've never seen one in person, and to be honest, I've never really been into it. I always thought it was kind of a weird model, you know, a hybrid between the Monster and the Tuna can. So I've recently spent some time with this, and I think it's pretty sweet. Now, the thing with Seiko is they make really good watches at all price points. You know, they make their Seiko sports line, super good for the money. Prospects and all the way up to Grand Seiko and Creedor. They do really good stuff for the price point. And I was talking to Robert about this from Random Rob, and I think we've come to the conclusion that Seiko's best work comes at the affordable price point. You know, the $200 to $300 price point, because you're not really spending a whole lot, but you're getting a ton of watch for the money. And that's exactly what this Baby Tuna or this SRP 641 is. So this retails for $575. Don't pay that. They sell brand new for $250, and if you go mint pre-owned, you can find them for $200 or less. And for that money, I mean, so much watch for the money. This thing is hefty. I mean, it's chunky. You feel the weight when you've got this on your wrist. You absolutely feel like you're getting your money's worth of stainless steel. This is 316L stainless steel. It has a black ion treatment or a PVD treatment. And normally I'm not into PVD coated watches, but this is actually done really well. And if you get up close, you can see the grain brushing on that stainless steel shroud. The polishing here on the sides of this monster-like bezel. The execution is really good, and I like the original design here. I mean, this is absolutely like nothing else from any other brand, and it's just fun to put on the wrist. It's got some great details. I mean, if you look at that bezel, you can see it's one chunk of stainless steel. It slopes down toward that chamfered Hardlex crystal, and each one of those markings, this fully indexed bezel, is actually engraved into that, and you can see the texture of the circular brushing. I mean, it's pretty impressive for the price point. You look at the dial, you know, you have applied indices, you have monster hands, you've got gilt tone printing, and then also your chapter ring has cutouts for each one of those indices. So there's just some very nice detail work on a very legible dial. And of course, it's thick printed with Seiko's Lumibrite, which is the best lume compound in the business. And you can see it glows very, very bright. And the lume is very impressive here on the watch. It does have drilled lugs. You do have a crown at the 4 o'clock position. And the movement in here is Seiko's in-house 4R36 with the Sprawn 110 mainspring and the day-date feature. So a lot of watch for the money. Really, really good. Now, what are the negative points? Like, you know, with most Seikos, the factory strap options are kind of disappointing. This is the one that it ships on, that you buy it on. It's a basic polyurethane Z22 strap. Kind of stiff, and it does have a PVD coated buckle that matches the PVD shroud of the rest of the watch, or the tone of the rest of the watch. You can, if you have a turtle, put it on the upgraded silicone material here, which is a lot more comfortable and I think looks very nicely. It looks very good. But what I did is I opted for a strap code Engineer. This is the first gen Engineer that has the rounded links. I really like how the rounded links play with the rounded form of the watch. I think it looks pretty sweet. So that's what I did. That's really kind of the only negative, is you got to spend a little bit of money to get a nice bracelet or strap. So these rubber straps, if you buy them by themselves, I think they're about $40. A new Engineer bracelet like the one that I bought here runs about $70. So you're still, you know, going to be spending around $300 or less if you want the full package. And even at that price, this is seriously really, really fun. So I took this hiking last night. We went up to a mountain lake that is above Salt Lake City here in Utah. This thing just looked awesome in the different light, and by the river, by the lake, by the sunset overlooking the city. It was really fun to take this out there, and the lume was great. So I've just been enjoying this watch. I might keep it. I might sell it. I might trade it. You know, I'm not sure at this point, but I've just really enjoyed my time with it. I'm impressed with the Baby Tuna. I always thought it was kind of weird, but definitely has value for money, and you definitely get a lot for what you pay for. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Please reach out to me if you have any questions. I appreciate you taking the time, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.